Assalamu alaikum. Lesson number 16, first Hijri year of Madani life. Construction of Masajid. After emigrating from Makkah, the Prophet ﷺ first arrived at Quba. He laid the foundation of a masjid and then left for Medina. He purchased a land for Masjid Nabawi, which served as a community center and a symbol of unity and love among the Muslims. Brotherhood. The Prophet ﷺ established a system of brotherhood among the Muhajirin and Ansar so that they can live together in harmony. Agreement. He also made an important agreement with the Jews in Medina to improve relations with them. The lessons are: participate in construction and maintenance of masajid, make teaching arrangements in them, treat every Muslim as a brother, work for good relations with non-Muslims in your area. Important events of the first Hijri are construction of masajid, brotherhood, agreement. Lesson number 17, second Hijri year of Madani life. After the migration, the polytheists of Makkah started attacking the Muslims. The Battle of Badr was fought, in which 1,000 polytheists fought against 313 Muslims. Allah helped Muslims and the polytheists were defeated. After that, a Jewish tribe of Medina, Banu Qaynuqa, violated the agreement and were expelled from Medina. In those times, some people of Medina used to express their faith with their tongues but in fact were enemies of Islam. They are called hypocrites. Their leader Abdullah bin Ubay claimed to accept Islam this year. In second Hijri, Allah ordered the Kaaba to be the Qibla instead of Baytul Maqdis. The lessons are: Allah helps those who serve Islam, always stay away from hypocrisy, follow Allah's commandments even if they are against your will. Important events of the second Hijri are Badr and Qaynuqa, hypocrite Abdullah bin Ubay, change of Qibla. Lesson number 18, third Hijri year of Madani life. The Prophet ﷺ sent 100 companions under the leadership of Zayd radiallahu anhu. They captured a commercial caravan of Quraysh to weaken the strength of Quraysh and to be safe from their attacks. Battle of Uhud took place near Uhud mountain of Medina. Only 700 Muslims fought with 3,000 Quraysh. 300 hypocrites cheated and left Muslims. In the start, Muslims won, but due to some of the companions leaving a war front, they suffered a lot. Sensing the attack from the disbelievers of Makkah once again, the Prophet took Sahaba with him and pursued them till Hamra'ul Asad. Hearing about this, Quraysh got scared and returned to Makkah. Lessons. Allah will give the best reward to those who suffer for the sake of His deen. Allah surely helps those who trust in Him. The events of third Hijri year are Sariya Zayd, Battle of Uhud, Battle of Hamra'ul Asad. Lesson 19, fourth Hijri year of Madani life. After the Battle of Uhud, the enemies became more aggressive. In Safar of fourth Hijri year, upon request by two tribes, the Prophet ﷺ sent 10 Sahaba to teach them about Islam. But when they reached a place called Raji', those people betrayed them and martyred 8 Sahaba. In the same month, the Prophet sent 70 Sahaba in response to another request. But sadly, at Ma'una, except for 2 companions, all of them were also betrayed and martyred. In Medina, a Jewish tribe, Banu Nadir, plotted to kill the Prophet but failed. They were ordered to leave Medina within 10 days because of their crime. The lessons are: try to learn Quran and Hadith, appreciate the sacrifices of Sahaba radiallahu anhum. The events of the fourth Hijri year are incident of Raji', incident of Bi'r Ma'una, and the exile of Banu Nadir. Lesson number 20, fifth Hijri year of Madani life. Battle of Ahzab. Quraysh and other tribes came out to attack Medina with an army of about 10,000. The Prophet ﷺ dug a trench around Medina, due to which they could not launch a major attack and returned unsuccessful. In this war, Banu Qurayza, a Jewish tribe, violated the agreement and sided with the kuffar. They were punished for this crime. When the Prophet ﷺ married Zainab radiallahu anha, the divorced wife of his adopted son Zayd radiallahu anh, the hypocrites made a lot of noise about it, but Allah humiliated the hypocrites. The lessons are: try your best but keep your trust in Allah for results. Don't break agreements. Eliminate baseless customs with wisdom. The major events of the fifth Hijri year are Battle of Ahzab, Battle of Banu Qurayza, and propaganda regarding Zainab radiallahu anha. Lesson number 21, sixth Hijri year of Madani life. In this year, there was a battle with the Banu Mustaliq tribe at Muraisi', in which the Muslims were victorious. While returning from the battle, the hypocrites falsely accused Aisha radiallahu anha, but Allah declared her to be pure. This is known as the incident of Ifk. In the same year, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam left for Umrah with his companions. The disbelievers of Makkah tried to stop them. They reached Hudaybiyah, where the Quraysh made a peace treaty with the Prophet on a few terms. After this treaty, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam invited many kings and governors to Islam through letters. Some of them accepted Islam. The lessons are: do not falsely accuse anyone, and obedience to Allah is the key to success. And convey the message of Islam through all possible means. Major events of the 6th Hijri year are Battle of Banu Mustaliq and incident of Ifk, Peace Treaty of Hudaybiyah, and letters to the rulers. Lesson number 22, 7th Hijri year of Madani life. Ghazwa of Khaybar. In order to end the plots of the Jews in Khaybar, the Prophet ﷺ took his companions and besieged them. Some of their forts were conquered and some of them made peace. Ghazwa of Dhatur Riqa' took place this year. In this battle, some of the companions had to tie riqa', that is, rags or pieces of leather and bandages, on their feet due to their poverty and long journey on foot. In Dhul Qa'dah, the Prophet ﷺ ordered the companions who had participated in Hudaybiyah treaty last year to perform their Umrah now. Lessons are: prepare yourself well for da'wah, educate and serve people, stay with good people, and do teamwork. The events of the 7th Hijri year are Ghazwa of Khaybar, Ghazwa of Dhatur Riqa' and Umratul Qada. Lesson number 23, 8th Hijri year of Madani life. Ghazwa of Mu'tah. A governor of Rome killed one of the Prophet's ﷺ envoys. In response, the Prophet sent an army. A major battle took place at Mu'tah, where 3,000 of Prophet's companions faced an army of 200,000. Victory of Makkah. The Quraysh broke the treaty of Hudaybiyah. The Prophet, with an army of about 10,000 companions, marched towards Makkah and conquered it without any war. After this, a tough battle took place at Hunain with a few tribes, in which Muslims won. The enemy army then fled to Taif. The Prophet pursued them, laid siege to them, and then returned to Medina. Lessons: never be proud of your numbers or resources, and always rely on God's help. Major events of the 7th Hijri are Battle of Mu'tah, Conquest of Makkah, and Battles of Hunain and Taif. Lesson 24, 9th Hijri year of Madani life. Ghazwa Tabuk. After the Battle of Mu'tah, the Roman Emperor and other Arab leaders began preparing for war against Muslims. The Prophet ﷺ also set out with an army of 30,000 and camped at Tabuk. When the enemies learned of this, they lost their courage and didn't come to fight. After the conquest of Makkah, delegations from various tribes came and accepted Islam. This trend continued. Therefore, there were 10,000 Muslims at the time of conquest of Makkah and 30,000 by the time of the Battle of Tabuk. In 9th Hijri year, the Prophet ﷺ appointed Abu Bakr radiallahu anh as the leader for the Hajj, and through him declared the end of Jahiliyyah practices. Lessons are: continue working for Islam until the last breath. Major events of the 9th Hijri are Ghazwa Tabuk, delegations, Abu Bakr's Hajj. Lesson 25, 10th and 11th Hijri year of Madani life. In the 10th Hijri year, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ performed Hajj, known as Hajjatul Wada', the farewell Hajj. On this occasion, he delivered a comprehensive sermon in the plains of Arafah. After returning from the Hajj, in Safar 11th Hijri, he appointed Usama bin Zayd radiallahu anhuma as the leader of an army and sent him off. On 29th Safar 11th Hijri, the Prophet's illness began, lasting for several days. On the 12th Rabi'ul Awwal, at the age of 63, he ﷺ passed away. At the time of his passing, he said the words, "O Allah, Supreme Companion." Lessons: study the sermons of the farewell Hajj carefully and act upon them. Major events of the 10th and 11th Hijri are Hajjatul Wada', Usama's expedition, Prophet's passing. Lesson 26, revision of Madani life of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rasulullah spent 10 years in Medina, 1st to 10th Hijri. During this time, Allah revealed about 24 surahs of the Quran, which are equal to about 11 juz or paras. The Prophet ﷺ used to act upon these surahs, train the Sahaba in the light of these surahs, and invite others to Islam. First period is from Hijrah to Hudaybiyah of 5 years from 1st to 5th Hijri. 14 surahs were revealed equivalent to 8 juz, Remember 1st to 5 and 28th juz specially. Second period from Hudaybiyah to victory of Makkah of 3 years, 6th, 7th and 8th Hijri. 6 surahs were revealed equivalent to 2 juz. Remember 6 and 26 specially. Third period when almost all Arabia became Muslim of 2 years, 9th and 10th Hijri. 4 surahs were revealed equivalent to 1 juz. Remember 10th juz specially. Lesson 27, Analysis of Madani Life. In Makkah, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ did not have full opportunity for preaching and teaching due to the opposition from the Quraysh. However, in Medina, he taught people the Quran and the wisdom, purified their lives, and provided guidance on every aspect of Islam. He invited the general public to Islam, faced various enemies, and worked for societal welfare. He prepared an exemplary group of companions and built a society rooted in justice, spirituality, and righteousness. He established an ideal state. The impact? While following his teachings, Muslims became a superpower within 100 years and remained so for 1,000 years. Remember, the true success is the success in the hereafter. Therefore, study the Quran, Hadith, and Seerah and practice them to achieve success in this world and the next. Lesson 28, Seerah and the Quran of Madani Life. The Quran is the word of Allah, Hadith is its explanation, and Seerah its practical demonstration. These three are interconnected. The Quran was revealed according to the circumstances. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ acted upon it, trained the companions accordingly, and invited others to it. Madani surahs are generally longer, verses in them are longer, and their words are relatively simple. The topics of Madani surahs are: Number 1, establishing Islamic society in terms of beliefs, worship, ethics, dealings, economy, politics, etc. Number 2, protection of Muslims by encouraging them to do financial and life sacrifices because there were continuous attacks by enemies. Number 3, preaching and advice to the people of the book, hypocrites, idolaters, and others. Let us study the Quran, Hadith, and Seerah to comprehend Allah's message and various aspects of the life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. For details, watch our 5-minute series on YouTube.